Welcome back to another video, guys. In this one, I'm going to be teaching you how to start a trailer rental business in 2026. So let's hook up to the newest one of the fleet right here and go somewhere a little bit more quiet, because we're right here by a main road. Great for advertising, but not for making YouTube videos because the cars are noisy driving by. So we've made it out here to the property. It is super nice and quiet and peaceful out here, so let's get into this video. So what I got here behind me is my 2026 enclosed trailer. I'm gonna move to the side of the trailer because it is a bit windy, but I'll get into more details on the trailer later. I want to start with my goal of this video. So my goal of this video is just to simply show you and encourage you to actually start your trailer business, because it's not as confusing as you may think. Starting a trailer rental business is actually very easy, and I'm here to prove that to you. So let's get into the first step. So the first step to this whole business is you have to protect yourself. So what does that mean? That means creating an LLC for yourself. So with that, all you have to do is go to the government site of whatever state you're in. For me, I'm in Illinois, and there you just fill out a few steps to creating your own single member LLC. And so for me, that honestly took 15 to 20 minutes and cost me about 125 bucks. And that's all it is to it, is you spend about 20 minutes of your time selecting a few boxes, putting in your name that you want, and boom, you have an LLC. And what does this give you? This gives you an EIN number. So what is an EIN number? It's basically a social security number for your business. Why is this important? It's important because now everything going forward, you're gonna use that EIN number for your business when buying trailers or creating a bank account. And what this does is it separates your personal life from your business life. So if anything goes wrong in your business, you only lose what's in the LLC and nothing that's not in it. So your house, your truck, your car, whatever you may have, that's all gonna be safe. You're just gonna lose what's in the LLC. So after you get protected, we move on to step 2. So step 2 is creating a business bank account. So this is also extremely easy. All you do is probably the bank you're using now. You go there, you sit down with them, you tell them, hey, I want to open a business bank account. And you sit in their office for maybe an hour or an hour and a half while they do all the work to create you a bank account. So boom, now you have a business bank account. Some things you're gonna need when you go there is you're gonna need your sheets for your LLC, like your EIN number and your LLC. But other than that, once you provide them the information they need, they'll fill it all out in their system, and boom, you have a business bank account. So if you have any questions on that, you can just call your bank, and they're very experienced in this, and they'll be able to answer all your questions and make sure they can even give you a rundown on all the things you'll for sure need, so you don't have to go look or research that, and you can make sure you have all that prepared, and all you do is show up and they set it all up, and boom, you got a fancy little debit card with your LLC name on it that looks super sweet. So yeah, that leads us into step 3. So step 3 is get your hands on a trailer. So go to the dealership, go pick out the trailer you want, and purchase it. I have a good guide on what to look for in a trailer on my YouTube channel. If you scroll back, it's not too far. I'll also leave a link in the description for it, to kind of give you an idea what you want to look for in a trailer. Or hey, you may have trailers sitting in your backyard that you use for your personal use, where you're like, hey, maybe I could rent these out and make some money off of them instead of them sitting around all the time. So that's also an option. But step 3 is get a trailer. A little pro tip, if you're going to the dealership to buy a brand new trailer, if you're paying in cash or using just money you have, you're not getting a loan or anything, definitely get it in your LLC. And then if you're financing it, I suggest trying to get it in your LLC. But since you're a new business, it might be a struggle for you. So if that's the case, just go with a personal loan and do it in your normal name. And once you have the trailer paid off, then you can go to the DMV and transfer the title into your LLC. That's going to be the easiest way to go about doing that. if you're looking at financing a trailer. So, but if you're just going to buy one outright, just get it in your LLC right away. That is my tip on that. So, step 4 is to get your customer. You now have this trailer, you need somebody to come take it from you and rent it out and use it. So, what's the quickest and easiest way to get your first customer? Facebook Marketplace. That is what I used all last summer. All I had was one ad for my trailer up on Marketplace, and it rented out almost every single weekend, and it was amazing. So, quick and easy way to get your customer within a week, Facebook Marketplace. And we all know how to use that. We all probably have an addiction to buying stuff off of it. So yeah, Facebook Marketplace is my go-to method for the quick and dirty way to get your trailer out there and to get your first customers. And then you'll build a little bit of a client base, and they'll recommend you to friends. And it's good to have some business cards ready to go to provide them with some. So what you're going to want to work into though after the Facebook Marketplace ad is you're going to want to create your own website. This is great for so many reasons, because now you have a home base that will show all your services and products that you can provide to your customers. And when people are searching in your area for trailer rentals, you'll pop up as a business option, and you can set it up to where your business will be on a pin drop on Google Maps, which is huge. So that is something you want to work into, because then your client base will be huge and you'll get lots of calls, lots of text. So that is a little bit more difficult, but there are tons of YouTube tutorials and great websites that kind of help set it up for you. And I just start simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Just put your phone number out there and say text or call when it comes for the rental that you have on your website, so that they'll just call or text you and you can set it up easily. Then maybe after that you can go into a more advanced website where they can maybe book appointments or something like that. But don't overcomplicate it to begin with. We want to get you clients and we want to get your trailer going out. Quickest and easy way to do that is to just put your phone number and have them text or call you if they want to book an appointment, and you guys work that out between you and your customer. So step 5, now that you've secured your first client, your trailer's going to be going out with them, and we want to make sure that thing is safe and protected. So what do we need? We need a trailer rental agreement. What does this do? This protects your trailer from anything bad that were to happen or damages that were to occur while it's out with your customer. So what this rental agreement contract is going to look like is it's going to be a 2-pager. The first page is going to have retaining all their information, things like driver's license and insurance, and they're going to fill that out at the top of the page. And then it's going to move on to the second part. Like my car hauler, I provide things like ratchet straps, I provide a hitch, I provide a winch, and some other goodies. I want to make sure those things go out and they come back. They come back and don't get lost, or they're not damaged. So I have a checklist that checks in and out those items. And then below that, I have an area where they sign agreeing to providing information and providing that those items that I provide will come back not lost and not damaged. And so then we move over to the other side of the contract. This is terms and agreement. This is basically a lot of small font, and it describes things like how to operate the trailer, what happens, who's liable for when damages do occur. And that is very important as well, because that is what is going to save you in case anything bad were to happen. They're going to be liable for it, and it's going to protect you and help you in those situations. So a contract like this can be very difficult and intimidating, and I don't want it to be for you guys, because I want you guys to get your trailer out and renting to your customers as soon as possible so you can be making money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide my contract actually that I use on all my rentals down in the description for you guys to use. If you were to go down there and click the link, you'll see a photo of me holding my contract, and you can hit the little purchase now button, and for $50 it's going to send you an email, and in that email you're going to get the Word doc to my whole contract that's going to set you up to get that trailer out as soon as possible. So basically, now the hardest part of probably the whole thing to set up the business, you can get done in about 10 minutes. And all you gotta do is, since it's a Word doc, edit in where your business name is and change some things up, maybe on items that you want to bring out to customers and back in, and you're ready to go and able to safely rent out your trailer to your customer and be covered if anything bad were to happen. So now we can move on to the next step. So I'm outside of the trailer now, so if it's a little windy, I apologize, but I can't have all my clips being inside the trailer. But you're gonna be meeting your client now, and basically you're gonna give them a walkthrough of the trailer and how to use it, whether that's your straps you provide with it, or speeds they should be going, tire pressures, weight that they should be hauling on the trailer. And then after you've discussed that with them, you're gonna have them fill out your rental agreement contract, basically agreeing to everything that you showed them and instructed them on, and agreeing with the things you're giving to them that they need to return without being damaged or lost. So now that you've done that part, now you want to get out your phone and take a video of a walk around of your trailer. This is going to have video proof of what the trailer looked like before and after it has come back from its rental. And when you do this, also give an opportunity to the customer to point out damages that they see to the trailer before they rent it out, so that you have video proof of them pointing out maybe a scratch or a dent that they may have noticed before taking the trailer out. And once you've done that, you can move on to the next little portion. This would be getting them all hooked up to the trailer, making sure everything's secured properly, the safety chains, the lights, and then doing a little check to make sure their lights do work, because there's been some trucks that show up where their lights don't light up my trailer and they have something wrong with their plug. So you want to make sure you go through checking the lights and all the turn signals, make sure everything's functional. And if you have trailer brakes, like all my trailers do, if they have a system in their truck for trailer brakes, kind of explain that to them and walk them through how they should have that set up so that they're not putting huge flat spots in your tires, because that's always the worst. I always tell them to keep it barely on or off if the trailer's empty, and once it's loaded, only bring it up to half or a little under half is my personal preference. And I haven't had any problems with customers coming with huge flat spots on my tires. So definitely explaining trailer brakes to your clients is a smart idea, because you got to remember, these clients don't own a trailer, so you're gonna have to teach them and show them how to properly use it, or else they are gonna mess things up. We're back in the echoey trailer because the wind has picked up. I'm on my phone now, so if it sounds different, the camera died, but we're gonna make this video happen. So now we need to move on to insurance. I'm gonna make this quick and simple. There's no need to overcomplicate this. NBA insurance is the one you're gonna wanna use. Go to their website, enter your trailer that you wanna use, or trailers, and for basically about 40 bucks a month, this is gonna cover your trailer as just normal trailer insurance. So say if a tornado comes through and it takes out your trailer, they'll cover it. But this is also a really good business because they cover renting. So if you're gonna let other people use your trailer, they'll cover that. And so most people, their insurance for their vehicle will cover them towing a trailer. If that's the case, they won't need to use this part of the insurance. But if you were to ask them, hey, does your vehicle insurance cover you towing? And they say no, this insurance, once you set it up with your trailer, will give you a policy number that you're gonna wanna save and a link to the insurance website that you'll send to your customer, and they can go click that link, go to the website, put in your policy number, it'll load up your business and LLC, and they can purchase for about 20 bucks a day's worth of insurance to cover them towing the trailer, or a week's worth depending on how long they're gonna have your trailer. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna cover them for when it comes to them towing a trailer, so that if anything bad were to happen, they can use that insurance to cover the repair bill. So that is a quick and dirty rundown of this NBA insurance. That's the one you're gonna use. Don't overcomplicate it. Just go to the website, put in your trailer information, and boom, you're gonna be all set up to be able to provide your renter with insurance to cover them while towing, or just cover the trailer in general for where it's stored, if people get into it and damage it, where it's stored, or for natural disaster like tornadoes and other things, or personal use. If you were towing with it and it gets hit by a car or something, you have insurance on your trailer as well, which is super nice. So that business is great, and that is how you're gonna quickly deal with this insurance deal, because it's a big concern with a lot of people with trying to rent, is they'll go try and get insurance on it and they'll be like, wait, you're renting it out? We don't wanna cover you. But NBA is great, they're amazing, go use them. So now we're on to getting paid. So for me, I mainly do cash. my renters pay me before they take the trailer, and I do a $100 security deposit as well. So say they damage a $30 ratchet strap on the rental, when it comes back and I note that that strap is damaged, I would only return to them the $100 minus the $30 strap that's damaged. That way you can be covered on little small damages like that. But most of the part, my customers take great care of my stuff, and I've been lucky with not having to really pull from the security deposit. But yeah, you can also talk to your bank. They can set you up with a little scanner. It's like a little Bluetooth cube box, and people can tap their cards to that as well. That way you can take credit card and debit card payments. But for the most part, stick with cash. It's simple and easy for starting your business up. The next thing and the final thing is you're going to want to have a tracker on your trailer before it goes out. So now that you're paid and your customer is getting ready to take off with your trailer, make sure it's got that tracker on it. This is great because you can track where your trailer is at. If things were to start to get sketchy, you have that reassurance of making sure what they're telling you they're using the trailer for is adding up to what's actually happening, as well as it actually lowers your insurance. So having a tracker on it will give you a lower insurance cost, which is awesome. And something I do for all my trailers is I have a air tag on it, but air tag isn't the best because it notifies when you're being followed by one, and then they can beep it and find where it's at. So I just simply have one of those stuck in the toolbox, and I tell the customer, I'm like, hey, I got a tracker on here. It's right here in the toolbox. If somebody was to take the trailer from you, or you need me, like say it breaks down on them on the interstate, like I can figure out where they're at, I'd like, just let me know. And that way they're aware there is a tracker on the trailer, and hey, if they're gonna steal the trailer, they're gonna eat that tracker right off. And that's why I have a tracking system. I'll leave a link to that one in the description. It comes with its own little app, and it's not gonna notify them, hey, there's a tracker on this trailer. And it comes with battery pack cases that extend the life. This thing will last up to months without having to be charged. Lots of different mounting options and features. You can also say you have a big battery on your trailer for a winch. You can tie in a charging system as well. So just a great system overall. Good website, good app, good customer service. So if you're looking for a tracking system, I definitely recommend them. It's about $20 a month to have a trailer be tracked with one of their trackers, but it is a must for this industry, I think, being able to know where your trailer is at all times. So yeah, make sure you have a tracker on your trailer. But besides that, get the renting. What are you waiting for? So I hope I encouraged you to put your foot in the door to creating your trailer rental business and making some money. Yeah, it's a great side hustle, and it can lead into a full-time job, I believe, and a great business. You could be the next U-Haul, who knows? So yeah, I hope I helped you guys out and encouraged you, and hopefully made this process a lot simpler and made you realize how easy this can be to actually get your foot in the door and create your own business and get out there with your trailer. So appreciate you watching, and I got other videos on trailer rentals. I got one looking for a trailer, like what's the ideal rental trailer, and there's going to be some more videos coming out. So leave a comment down below if you have any questions on anything from this video, where you just want an individual video going in the depths on that topic. I can definitely do that for you if there's not already something on my page. So I'll see you guys on the next one, and get the renting your trailer. Bye.